Hey, Shalom. First off, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rekwakadash. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give it up honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who are telling this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk their life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Low in the video is edifying. Low in the Akim get something from this video. Just quick video. I'm going to get a second edge of the 15th chapter and a little bit in the 16th chapter. And then basically what I'm going to cover is, just, uproars among the people, martial law, and that sword, which is thermonuclear missiles, man, which is all prophesied in the scriptures. You see news articles about the decline of America, right? And indeed it is declining. With the decline of it, these people are going to panic because, you've trusted in this place for so long, and here it is, the very thing that you trusted in is failing you, right? And our people, which are Hebrew Israelites, we told you, hey, follow Yahweh Yahweh Shai, right? 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 30 plus years ago, right? We didn't told you, right? And now you see everything is coming, it's coming to a halt, with wars, rumors of wars, uproars among the people, earthquakes in diverse places, all the things that was said to look for, right, is right in front, right in front of us, really, but for brothers, the Lord said he's not unrighteous to forget our labor of love. So we continue to do this work, and we do this work hoping, right, and praying that the Lord be a shield and buckler to us in that day. But how could you pray and hope for that if you have no works? How could you pray and hope for that if you wasn't out there on the highways and byways teaching and preaching his word? How could you pray and hope for that if you wasn't putting up your videos, right? How could you pray and hope for that if you wasn't trying to correct the inward man, right? Which is, that's number one. That's, because that's like pinnacle, because it's men that are sinful, that know breakdowns, right? It's men that, that know scriptures, know history, know this, know that, know the names of the Lord, but still, right, are off inwardly, right? And, I was hearing the elder from Dallas, he did a video today, and that's one thing that, we have to check daily, right? Daily. Even myself, daily. Because it's like, man, the Lord judges the inward. He knows you, right? Not what you appear to be, but he knows who you are, okay? And, the Lord said, the very hairs on our head are numbered, right? So you can't hide nothing from the Lord, man. And, when you're dealing with something like that, it's just best to be honest. And it's just best to do the right thing. It's just best to do the right thing, man, and be honest. And that's one thing that was put in the forefront of my mind today, which is beautiful. Like, man, just, continue to work on the inward man. Continue to work on the inward man. Seeing that all these things is coming to pass. Continue to work on the inward man. Yeah, we've been marinated in Babylon juice. We have. And, we tempted, or we get tempted and all that. But, when you fall, don't stay there. Get back up. We're going to fall. But when you fall, don't stay there. Get back up, man. And I speak to myself first and foremost. But this is 2 Esdras 15. I start at 1. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. See, the prophets, right? The Lord said what? He would give you pastors according to his heart, right? So the prophets are those men, right? The prophets, okay, which he put the word in the prophet's mouth to teach, to preach his word, and to give warning, right? Whether they hear, whether they forbear, okay? It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Yeah, a lot of people showing their incredulity, showing their unbelief, showing that their lack of wanting to know knowledge, right? It says but this is what I spoke about in the beginning of the video. You people trusted in America, right? Whether it's you trusting it through your wickedness, whether it's, you abided, whether it's, you chose the world when you heard the knowledge, like, It was men that heard the knowledge and didn't choose the world. It's men, that when they heard the word, they went into another path and got right to the best of their abilities. But if you heard this word and you stayed left and you didn't get right, like, it's on you. The blood is off our hands. It's on you, man. Okay, it says, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. See, these things are coming, these said perils, right? These things are coming, right? It says, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. It says, therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And who is the innocent, the righteous, the souls of the just? That's the elect and the 1/3. Okay, but before I go further, let's get back up here where it says, in 2nd Esdras 15:5, it says, behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Now let's go here to 16. Okay, let's get it to that. Let's get into that fire. It says, or one of the forms of the sword. This is 2nd Esdras 16, and I'll start at 3. It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? I'm jumping down to 8. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues. Who is he that can drive them away? The Lord is sending the plagues. Who is he that can drive them away? Not a soul, man. Not a soul. It says, fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Not a soul. That's why it's best to fear the Lord, man. Regardless of what people say, regardless of who you lose, you might lose your man. Listen, man. Hey, I'm sure brothers got testimonies after testimonies and after testimonies, I always bring out this testimony because it was a real test, man. I had to put off a woman I really cared for, man. I ain't never cared for a woman like I care for this woman, right? That I really cared for, right? The woman she fit. And I'm saying woman because brothers know what I'm talking about. You ever had that woman you ran into and you was like, damn, like ain't nothing, like everything about her I like. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she's shaped, you know what I'm saying? The way we vibe together, the way this, the way that, the way this, the way that, right? But then Satan got her. And boom. Once he got her, it was a Reynolds wrap. You dig what I'm saying? So, hey, and I had to gird up my loins like a man and write her a bill of divorce, kick her ass to the curb, right? But before, it was so beautiful about it is before I actually wrote her that bill of divorce, she actually saw a video. Now, mind you, I was with this woman for, maybe almost 3 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, right? We lived together and everything, and she saw a video. I don't know if she went through my phone, I don't know what the fuck, but she saw a video of me and the brothers out there on the highways and byways cussing out, just getting on people. You know what I'm saying? There was one video in particular where I think somebody came up scoffing and we was getting on them. And she was like, she basically scoffed against it and was basically her and her homegirl was talking shit. And that's when I knew, like, hey, well, you saw that, you got marked. That's what it is. Right? And it was beautiful. And then shortly after that, I had to write her a bill of divorce, man. And, the night I wrote her a bill of divorce, that same night, I get probably 60, 70, 80 text messages from her. And then one text message included a picture of another dude that was trying to talk to them and all kind of shit, man. So, and then after that, and I ain't going to get too much into the story, but just to kind of, so you can understand where I'm coming from. After that, she had stuff still in my house, right? She had stuff in my house, and I would tell her, hey, pull up at this time to come grab it. When I get home, I had a garage open for you, boom. Or, hey, I'm about to leave, pull up at this time, come grab it. She'll pull up in other niggas' cars and all kind of shit. It's just, hey, man, you feel me? So that's what it is. But that's what it is. And you know what? It's okay. It's all right, because Mark 9:42. Mark 9 and 42. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 16. And back in 8, it says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? And fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Okay. It says, the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep. Mind you, see, people just, we hearing it. We hear it, right? But it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen the next day. It's not going to happen. Listen, man. Listen, the Lord is not on our time. The Lord is on his time, right? But if you look at Egypt, that didn't happen overnight, man. We were in these different captivities. It didn't for more than a week, more than some years, right? When you go to 2 Peter, if I'm not mistaken, the 3rd chapter tells you, be not ignorant of this one thing, that, one day to the Lord is 1,000 years down here. So it's only been like 2,000. It's only been 2 days to the Lord. Okay. It said, but people be wanting it to happen on their time so they can pace themselves to get right. And, okay. I know it's going to happen this time. Well, let me get right. That's how Jake is, man. Nah, man. You don't know. Even the Lord don't know when he's being sent back. The Most High know, though. Yahweh. Okay. But we telling you, the one that's coming out now to get right now. Okay. So the earth quaketh in the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep. And the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp. Yeah, his arrows. All right, we're talking about arrows. And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. So you're talking about an arrow being shot from one part of the earth to the other part of the earth, right? Okay. And they're sharp, right? They're smart. They have technology. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. For the fire is kindled. Yeah, so you got bows or arrows that's being shot from one part of the earth to the other part of the earth that starts a fire. It should not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. Okay, it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, because Ezra is back today. Now let me get this. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? Yeah, So in this time, right? In this time, Ezra is teaching and preaching his word and trusting in the Lord. The Father's name is Yahweh. The Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Okay. But yeah, those arrows that it's talking about, that kindles a fire that's being shot from one part of the earth to the other part of the earth, is thermonuclear missiles. Scriptures talk about 200,000, which is 200 million missiles, which is prophesied to be shot on this modern day Babylon. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 15. And where do I want to start? I just kind of want to get to the point. I don't want to make the video too long. This is 2nd Ezra 15:11 says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch thy arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague, and its punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Right? It says what? If you go back to 11, it says, and smite Egypt with the plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Now, ancient Egypt wasn't destroyed all the way. Right? It's still people that dwell over there. It wasn't destroyed. Right? But this modern day Egypt says it's going to be destroyed. It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and stretch thy arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Okay, let me jump down. It says 15, it says, for the sword, and I'll start at 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their princes, their kings, nor princes, in the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right, and this is what's coming. Right, lewdness is the mother of famine, as the scriptures say. Right, but this, and who's more lewd than you American people? Right, but this is what's coming, man. Okay. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Right? And the sword is a piercing instrument, right? It could be a gun, it could be a knife, it could be an actual sword, right? But this is martial law. Okay, it says, behold, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, in Lebanus, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them, like as they do yet this day until I have chosen, so will I do also a recompense in their bosom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. So this is what's coming, right? And the Lord said, what? Who's not going to fear at his presence when these things begin to come? Okay? Come on, man. These are the things we have to think about, right? Right? Through the terror of the Lord, we persuade men. Hebrews 10:31, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, the living power, Yahweh. Okay? So we just pray and hope, man, that the Lord keep us away from this evil and these evils to come, and hope and pray, man, we stay illuminated, man, and be sincere about teaching and preaching his word. And change that inward, man, every day to get better and better and better and better and better, so we could be accepted. I'm talking to myself first and foremost, okay? So with that, Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lonely Ikem got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kakadash.